features. Like, for example, right there in the instrument panel is the GUI of the autopilot. So it's showing me what the neural network sees and so on. And we have the autonomy slider, where over the course of my tenure there, we did more and more autonomous tasks for the user. And maybe the story that I wanted to tell very briefly is, actually the first time I drove a self-driving vehicle was in 2013. And I had a friend who worked at Waymo, and he offered to give me a drive around Palo Alto. I took this picture using Google Glass at the time. And many of you are so young that you might not even know what that is. Yeah, this was like all the rage at the time. And we got into this car, and we went for about a 30-minute drive around Palo Alto, highways, streets, and so on. And this drive was perfect. There was 0 interventions. And this was 2013, which is now 12 years ago. And it kind of struck me because at the time when I had this perfect drive, this perfect demo, I felt like, wow, self-driving is imminent because this just worked. This is incredible. But here we are 12 years later, and we are still working on autonomy. We are still working on driving agents. And even now, we haven't actually like fully solved the problem. Like, you may see Waymos going around and they look driverless, but there's still a lot of teleoperation and a lot of human in the loop of a lot of this driving. So we still haven't even like declared success, but I think it's definitely like going to succeed at this point, but it just took a long time. And so I think software is really tricky, I think, in the same way that driving is tricky. And so when I see things like, oh, 2025 is the year of agents, I get very concerned. And I kind of feel like, this is the decade of agents. And this is going to be quite some time. We need humans in the loop. We need to do this carefully. This is software. Let's be serious here. One more kind of analogy that I always think through is,